The federal election campaign is heating up. A number of local campaigns kicked off in and around the Golden Horseshoe today for what's going to be an intense few weeks. Roger Collins has the details.
There was a lot of Liberal campaign launches today, but also an NDP one. That's from Matthew Green, the incumbent candidate for Hamilton Centre. Here's a look at those campaign launches, as well as what the party leaders themselves are saying too.
That if you look at the existential threat that is the fascist Donald Trump, that we have watched that regime around the world unleash unthinkable violence, and now they're returning back to this continent to turn their attention to us.
Meanwhile, across the Skyway, Karina Gold looking to get re-elected in Burlington.
The sense of community, the sense of pride in Canada, the sense of patriotism is there. And I know that Mark Carney and the Liberal team are the team that are going to stand up for Burlington, stand up for Canada, and stand up for the values and the way of life that we care so deeply about in this country.
And on the Hamilton Mountain,
we want to keep having a CBC and a news media. We want to have women speaking for women. We need the Liberal Party to win this election.
And for Hamilton East, incumbent MP Chad Collins.
We're focusing on encampments and the homelessness issue. Of course, that's a huge issue here locally. And, you know, when I look at the Conservative policy, they've used the homeless issue here in Hamilton as a prop, a political prop, right? It's in the commercials, but there's nothing in terms of what they're going to provide to Hamilton in terms of helping them get people out of encampments and into an affordable.
And Hamilton City Councillor John Paul Danko looking to take Hamilton West Ancaster Dundas.
And I think Canadians across the country, especially here in Hamilton and Hamilton West Ancaster Dundas, are uniting around our country and understand that this is a really important election, not just for us, not just for Canada, but for the entire world.
Turning to the federal party leaders, Prime Minister Mark Carney launched his campaign in Nepean.
This is the most important election of our lifetime. It's critical in redefining our relationship with the United States. It's critical in redefining our economy on our own terms, standing up for Canada, creating one economy, one strong economy, and I can think of no better place to build that economy out than Nepean.
Meanwhile, NDP leader Jagmeet Singh announcing his plans to put an emergency cap on food prices should he win.
We want to fight back and defend Canadians. Canadians believe in taking care of each other, having each other's backs. New Democrats have your back. We know that these corporate grocery stores have ripped us off. They've jacked up the price of bread. They also most recently were found jacking up the price of meat, using the weight of the packaging in addition to the weight of the meat, which is wrong. And they've been doing that systemically.
Lastly, Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre announcing his party's plan to create a tax fairness for traveling trades workers if elected.
I'm announcing, in the spirit of putting Canada first and backing boots, not suits, our Conservative government will pass the Tax Fairness for Traveling Trades Workers Act, which will allow trades workers to write off the full cost of their food, transportation, and accommodation to go anywhere in Canada doing their jobs.
This race is certainly starting to take some shape, and it won't be long before Canadians have to get out and vote. Advanced polls open on April 18th and run until the 21st. The election itself will be on April 28th.